Hello guys, how are you? Let me just fix this really quick. Uh, Alright, now that's it. How are you? All good? Hey there. Hey GPL. Long time no see also. How are you? Let me just check if everything is perfectly fine. Alright, I guess it is. Exactly, where is Carlos? Almost lost 2 pounds just due to my beard. Yeah, I got the same thing from my students actually. They all wore like, well, are you the same teacher or? And I was like, no, 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 I'm his sibling. I'm his twin brother. But how are you doing? Okay, no problem. And how's school going? Nice? I'm doing great as well, GPL. Thank you. I look young? Yeah, for sure. I told you, like, the beard, that's the only thing that keeps me, like, let's say, at my regular age, you know? Other than that, I look just like a 20 something years old. Well, actually, no, because I already have a lot of grays, a lot of white hair, but yeah, nonetheless. But yeah, so today, I guess I told you a little bit. I guess I told you last week. I don't know. Yeah, but I have a lot of them, really. Where's cars? Well, you did miss me cutting my beard, and actually, right now, I'm just like I'm just like halfway, you know, because if I would like really like shave it, then I would look like at least 5 years younger than this. But yeah, so I guess I told you last week, more or less. I guess it was last week that I was going to. I challenged my girlfriend to write a book. All right, write a children's book actually, and um, well, it's not yet finished, but the baseline already it is established. Then it's just like in order to just do some little touch-ups, you know, here and there. But we already have like the structure, and so I'm illustrating it, all right? And that's what this live will be all about, all right? About the illustration of that. Hey there, Rohit, how are you? So today I guess we have like the whole gang here. Oh, really? And that's very nice. Congratulations. That's great. That's really good. Congrats. Congratulations, Rohit. Very nice. So, as I was saying, alright, let me just reframe this a little bit. I'm doing like the illustrations for my girlfriend's book, and I already have a couple of them. Okay, actually, I can like describe you a little bit about the book. The book it's about her late grandmother. Okay, and actually the book it's all about grandmothers in general. Let's say. Okay. Hey there, average player. So we already have like the first illustration that I did. Like that's her and her grandmother. Like these came from reference of their photos, right? Their actual photos. Then I have here another frame. It's supposed to be like the market, alright? No, go for it, go for it. Feel free to express yourselves. I'll be just doing my thing, okay? Then you have here, like this will be like the last illustration, okay, of the book. It's like several different types of grandmothers, let's say. And I have like this one. I'm not entirely sure about this. I don't like it that much. But the purpose of it all, like the meaning of it all, let's say, it's, yeah, I know, Rohit. It's like my girlfriend, as a kid, and since her grandmother is already dead, it's like a resemblance of like you are not here, but you are still like my shelter, A new face, a baby face, right? Well, this I guess I would need to redo something because I'm not liking it that much, but well, I'll just leave it as that for now. Fashion illustrations. Yeah, no, this will be like, let's say like the main characters, let's say it will be like these two, right? It's like my girlfriend and her grandmother, okay? Other than that, when you mean like the fashion fashion illustrations, you are talking about this, like this, right? But like this will be for a sentence like, let me try to let me try to translate it more or less to English. Let me get here the book. So this will be like the end, more or less, okay? Like grandparents have a gift. Like this kind of rhymes in Portuguese, okay? So grandparents have a gift. Grandparents don't need to be much to be um as much as they are. Uh, I don't know. I guess the translation wasn't that good, but I don't know if that makes sense to you. But my point here, it was like to illustrate a couple of grandmothers, you know, different styles, you know, from like really older ones here and more hipster and younger ones here, you know. Yeah, that was the point, you know. Like these are like the right the nowadays grandmothers, you know. However, these are like my kind of grandmothers, you know, when I was younger, you know, this style. So, saying this, let's work. Now, what I'm going to do is resembling another sentence of the book that it was right. Uh, so the point here it was like um, mm, mm, mm. Okay, the phrase is my grandmother wasn't that good as a cook, but she used to do like milk with coffee like no one, you know. What is mermaid? I guess no one here knows what about it. Well, I don't know what that is, but for sure I can already tell that I don't have plans. That's for sure. Oh yeah, and actually, by the way, I'll be I guess in a couple of days. I don't know if it will be yet this week or the next one. Okay. Hey there, Priya. How are you? So, cats. The thing is challenging to draw for a whole month, but only mermaids. Oh, okay. That's pretty niche and pretty specific. Well, I'm drawing every day, but not mermaids, that's for sure. That's pretty strange. But are you doing it, cats? Are you doing that challenge? Yeah, the thing about October, it's more generic, right? It's not so. It's not like so specific. Mm-mm. Mm. So right now, actually, I could use a little bit of help from you guys. No, 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 it's not a juicer. It's a coffee pot, like a mocha coffee pot. Um, yeah, that's for sure, cats. So I was saying I could use some help from you, okay? Some ideas because there are some things here that I'm not. I don't know exactly what I would do, okay? And this I could definitely use some help from you. So the illustration will be. Okay. Also, um, there will be a little catch here on the book, right? Because every single. Let me just stop a little bit of music so I can speak without being. So the thing is, here on the book will be. So the book will be. We'll have like for each phrase, we'll have like a somewhat two illustrations. I mean, you have, for example, I can show you here. Um, no, it's not. No, no, it's this. For example, here, okay, you have here like the house, the shelter, right, and the girl alone, and the phrase supposedly is like my my grandmother had passed away, but and that but she's still my shelter, right? And the thing will be like the part where it is like my grandmother passed away. It will be on another like the previous page when you have like only the cutout of the little girl, okay? And then when you turn the page, you'll see like the whole thing, and it's like, but she is still my shelter, okay? So it will always have like this little gimmicky, on like trying to say one thing on like with a cutout on one page, and when you turn there's like the second part of the phrase, and you have like the whole thing, okay? It's exactly the same here. Here, for example, here it's supposed to be a market, okay? And the phrase will be like, my grandmother never took me to see an exposition, to see an art gallery, but every Friday she used to take me to the market, okay? And the thing is, like in a previous one, it will be like just a small cutout of these like red stuff, and framed as as a painting, and you'll see there like, my grandmother never took me to a art gallery, and you then turn the page and you see the whole thing, but every Friday she used to take me to the market, okay? So, did you understood what I was talking about, like the process? The point, it's always the same. Like between each phrase, it will have first a little cutout that it's a little bit misleading, right? And then when you turn the page, you have like the whole picture, right? That will be the same thing for every single phrase. Okay. So now here, I'm not I don't know honestly what I'll do here, and that's where I need some help from you. And the thing is, the phrase is like, my grandmother didn't know how to cook very well, but she used to do like coffee with milk. She used to do very well coffee with milk. What font? I don't know. I still don't know. That will be like in the designing stage. It will be way after this. Well, it's not a comic book. This is just like some illustrations, and from my accounts, it will be like 10 different illustrations for a children's book. It's somewhat it will be somewhat small. It will from my math, it will be like around, I don't know, like 30 pages more or less. Hi there, Stevie Schneider, how are you? So, as I was saying, I need some help from you guys here, because as I said, like the phrase will be, my grandmother won't don't know how to cook very well, but she used to do like a really good coffee with milk, okay? And my point is, I'm going to do like this coffee maker. This will have to enter, because it was like this type of coffee maker that she used to use. But I have to have here something a little bit misleading, from the first part, right? From the part where she's saying like she didn't know how to cook very well. So I can't have only the coffee maker. I need to have something, I don't know. Any ideas? see music a little bit. Bakery stuff. Okay, but my point will be like trying to illustrate the part where she didn't know how to cook very well, you know. And the problem with that is that it will have to be in some sort of a close-up system here, you know, because you have here, like, imagine here the table and the coffee pot, you know, and it will have to, I have to add something here or wherever to try to illustrate that. That's a little bit more my problem, honestly. CP Schneider, by the way, you were caught here midway. I'm illustrating a children's book that my girlfriend is writing. Okay, I can go through a couple of the designs that I already did, just for you to check. This will be like the first one, the first illustration. It's about her late grandmother. It's about grandmothers in general. But yeah, so I don't know. Honestly, I'm a little bit tied up here. Oops, sorry, I guess I missed a lot. Yeah, my problem it's not like to add those stuffs, you know, those stuff, you know. My problem is like how can I illustrate, you know, the fact that she doesn't know how to cook, you know, very well. That's my issue here, you know. Because here I could definitely like work something out, like with a little cup and having like a, so having here a little cup, and even like from behind having here a pack of milk, whatever, you know. That's not the issue. My problem is that this doesn't illustrate the fact of she didn't know how to cook. Basically, that's that. You know, and that had been like a little bit my problem here. No, right. No, you're not. Feel free. I'm just like bouncing some balls with you guys, you know, just to, because I'm also a little bit lost here. Some stuff it came out like instantly, you know, really fast. But there's others that it's been a little bit trickier, you know. So let me just for now wait on this. Let me check what I can do, what else I can do here to. Let me check the text. Okay, I'm just checking here the text. Uh, okay, I know. I can go with that eventually. What? Okay, I'm just thinking. Okay. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I, I like that's really cool to see like the references, you know. That's really cool. Because I appreciate, honestly, I really appreciate your inputs. But that's cool because you know you're saying like about instant noodles, you know, and like I met this person. I met her grandmother, and it's like it's something that never in the like never went like into the kitchen, you know. I guess she eventually never knew that that kind of thing existed, you know. Those type of stuffs, you know, like instant noodles and whatever. Because the problem was like she didn't knew how to cook very well, but she did cook nonetheless, you know. But yeah, I guess I would go with like a with something like that, like a oh yeah, I'm thinking also like I could go with some like pots, um, pots and pans or whatever, like a little bit on top of each other. Well, but that kind of gives like the idea of not having hygiene. You know, it's different. Mm, this one has been actually tricky. Well, for now, nonetheless, I'll just start to line here the what I do have here, and then we'll see after. And what about you guys? So, how has been your week? Since we haven't talked. Since we haven't talked for a while now. Any nice updates? So we already heard about Rohit, and congratulations to him. Mm, okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. You're having me. You're getting me some ideas. Let me let me think how I would incorporate that. But I was saying so about your updates, about your week updates. How are you going? How are you doing? How did it went your week, your holidays, your weekend, let's say? Searching for a job? What do you do? Or what's your or what type of job are you searching, let's say? Oh, did you move again to your parents? But are you feeling more comfortable now? Oh, serious now, okay. Over 6? Okay. But are you already like tired about that kind of work? Okay, nice room. That's great. And also it's a little bit better even for you to can save a little bit more, I guess, right? At least don't have to pay for a your mom to subscribe to me. Well, thank you. Looking like a lot like Marley, like when she, like when he like made like the entire family have subscribed to me when they were on a plane. Poor guys. Oh really? Okay, that's odd. You are in Germany, right? Actually, I'm not single. Well, that's odd. I have no idea that it was something like that in Germany. I always think about Germany to be like a top tier European education and whatnot, you know. And knowing that, it's a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, bro. Not in the market. I'm actually not in the market. Yeah. No, that's really cool that you are really a good friend. You like your mother. It's like a really close friend of you. That's really nice. I guess that gives you a really good support, right? No problem, Priya. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. Mm. Okay. How do you mean? What do you mean about great on the outside, bad on the inside? Do you mean like great, like for uh, just for other people viewing what is happening, but not that good? Well, I have to say, actually, like here in Portugal, at least education on that stage, around that ages, around like from like kindergarten and a little bit around primary school, they are really really good. You know, that's that's not like something, and they become way better from just a couple of years from now. You are nice, nice. When did you went back? It was this weekend. Bye bye, Priya. Have a nice study. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's with yeah, for sure. But that's with everything, right? That happens with every single with every single scenario, not just education, like everywhere. If you enter a specific niche, then you start to see like all the rotten stuff. But like even for me, being so well, right now I'm a teacher, right, for kids around 9 and 10, like 8, 9 and 10 years old. And despite despite seeing a lot of problems, but when I mean problems, it's something like more in terms of funding, despite that, the teachers make like a huge, humongous effort despite the real issues. to try to make something out of them, and that's, at least that's a really cool thing that I see from the inside, because like I see the problems more. There is like a lot of, there are like a lot of situations that even me, like I'm working, so I'm teaching them arts, right? And there are some stuff that I would like to to work with some specific medium or whatever, and I can't ask them to buy, because most of them, like I'm teaching on public schools, most of them just don't have money, to do that. Yeah, that exactly, you know, exactly. For example, like I asked, just for you to know, just like we are. I'm in Portugal, like it's Europe, okay, so it's not like a third world country, and in January, I was asking them like, well, what about Christmas? How it was? Did you got many presents, whatever? And I had like at least one or two people, well, girls and guys, kids on my classes, that they said that they didn't get anything, like there's no money. Oh yeah, but that's the same here. That's for sure the same here. Not much room. Just talking. Just talking a little bit and sketching. No problems. Okay. Yeah, like you have social security, right? We also do that here, you know. The problem is, it's only for a limited time, of course, right? And imagine, like for example, my situation here. Okay, I'm a individual, like a, how can I say this? Since I'm a tattoo artist, okay, I I'm acting like a company, like an individual company, right? Uh, and as I'm a company, and even though I present to IRS and Social Security every single month my earnings, and I deduct from that those earnings. If imagine like something went really wrong, nobody else wants to tattoo anymore. Imagine this, okay? And I just say, well, I have to close up shop, you know. Then I wouldn't get a single penny, and I wouldn't have any security at all, you know. That's the problematic, the where the real problems like start, you know. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, that's exactly the same. Yeah, that's exactly the same here. The problem, what I was saying, like the problem is when you are like a solo entrepreneur, you know. That's where the problem really starts, because you know, as I am a tattoo artist, if I'm sick, or if I can't, imagine if I don't know, if I, imagine this, my colleague at the studio, he broke his hand, you know, and well, he's also a tattoo artist, so figure that out, you know. He broke his hand and had to stay at least 1 month and a half without tattooing, you know. And it was 1 month and a half without receiving a single penny, you know. Because since you are like a solo entrepreneur, you you get nothing from social security, from whatever, you know. And that's really like them. Why, you know? Because we are discounting, we are deducting for taxes, and we deduct the most from like even comparing with other types of employees, you know. We deduct the most. We deduct almost more than 50% of our income, you know. It's absurd. And then we don't have the still the basics of like security, you know. Exactly, but that's only if you work for another company, right? If you are an employee. However, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine that you are like as what I was saying. You know, if you are like a tattoo artist, like an independent employer, let's say, you have no security. You know. Hey there, Soapies. How are you? So doing here the mug. Doing layers. Well, actually, what I usually do is I sketch loosely with in one layer, and then go with another layer on top just to do the lining, um, doing like the precise lining, you know, on top. And then I just disable the layer before. Work just like that. Because it just helps me a little bit to have like a sense of notion of ratios, you know. Helps me way more. Linktree. What the hell are you talking about, Linktree? Well, start doing some more chilling thing, you know. Don't force yourself to do a lot of complicated stuff, you know. I feel you, but try to how can I say this? Try to the thing is don't overthink. You know, there I can share with you something that happened to me when I started tattooing. Okay, I was because I was really you know, I was really anxious when I started tattooing. I was really anxious about not having clients, you know, and I was like, having, imagine that I'm with a kid, you know, who was already 4 years old, and I have another one who is like 1 month old. Well, it wasn't 1 month, so sorry. It was already like 5 months old, you know. You don't have like any income, okay, and you are just trying out tattooing, you know, without any kind of clients. You know, you don't have any clients. You are just starting out, okay. So I was nervous. I was in a complete state of anxiety. You know, it was absurd. And I was like having coming like Sunday and not even a single booking for the week, you know. And then like it came like Monday, and I got like one booking. Then Tuesday, and I got like another one. And eventually, like I was having like a little bit spaced out, but I was having some bookings, you know. And I was just like, well, okay, it's coming out. It's not like with a lot of advance. I would prefer that, but then I just figured like I can I you don't have to be like stressed out about everything, you know. If you just chill, you know, if you just take a moment and try to I don't like these common phrases, you know, but that's a little bit true, you know. Try to appreciate like your specific moment that you are right now, you know, because if you are unemployed right now and you are okay, you are actively looking for, but you are not getting anything for now. Try to use this time at your favor, you know. Try to do something with it, something positive, because when you will find out another job, you know, whatever, then you will just look behind and you'll say, well, I could use that time for doing this and that and that, and it really didn't have to be that anxious and that stressed out, you know, because that's eventually what will happen, you know. A software or app to make AI videos, like from the beginning, you have like the Sora app, but it's paid. I had the idea to get into tattoo industry. Okay, like I don't know how the um, tattoo scene is there in Germany. Most likely way better than here in Portugal, for sure. um, but I can tell you that right now it has been like a really. I guess so. I don't know much about that group, but the only thing that comes to my mind is Sora. But what I know, it's like around the world, it has been like a complete trash, you know. People are closing studios like every single day now. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But imagine, usually what we have here in Portugal, and I guess that's something that's happening around the world, and that's why a lot of people are closing up shops. It's that there has been like a huge increase of tattoo artists in the past few years. Uh, and the clients and the clients like have been like decreasing a lot, you know, and that's not helping at all, you know, because you have way more offer and not a lot of um, not a lot of search, you know. thinking here. We are going here with Germany, with German. Just going to lower down a little bit. Okay, so I'm considering changing here quickly the order. Oops. Okay, no problem. This goes here. Okay. Oops, no. Hello again. Okay. I guess that's better. Oh, I just forgot something. Okay. So I have to place everything inside this. That's like an A5. Let me just get here to see a reference. Not liking that much. Just thinking what I'll add here. Borat? Yeah. I do like it. Not liking it. I don't like this. So you guys see how struggling it is to actually do something to a single illustration. You never watched the Borat? That's a really awesome work from Sacha Baron Cohen. You know, he's really awesome doing that. And for me, actually, more amazing than properly the Borat movie, it's when he incorporates the same character, you know, and goes like around the United States doing like a real documentary, you know, and asking really inconvenient stuff to like to regular people or to police officers or whatever, you know. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, I don't know that. And people there, like in Kazakhstan, really stayed really mad about that. Yeah. Well, it's a little misleading thing to do, but honestly, you wouldn't get it that uh, that true and raw thing. If you would say it would be like fiction or a film or whatever. It wouldn't be that raw. I kinda understand the reason why he did it, but well, that's not ethically correct, at least. Yeah, yeah. But he has a lot of characters like that. Did you watch Ali G? This is a really old one. Ali G was awesome. Oh, Bruno. Okay. Try to search for Ali G, but Ali G it's way older. Why is that? Oh, okay. You just said like don't talk about it. I figured that it was something bad. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Right. Let's do some coloring now. Some coloring here. Open up a little bit more. I give here some bluish tones to the milk. And here to the cap as well. little bit larger. A little bit. Okay. I don't know why. Honestly, don't know. Like, just for not being all white or all neutral, you know. Nice, Rohit. It's not. Oh, you think it was the bag? No, no. This is milk. I guess I have to do something here. I don't know, just to make it more clear that it's a pack of milk. 35 minutes. Yeah, I know, but I wanted to give it a little different flair, unless besides just like a perfect rectangle, you know. Now, any ideas for the color here on the cup, on the mug? Rue, the inspiration for the table. Actually, no. This is some. You know, this is something. This is like a certain type of shape that comes to me very often. Often, you know. Well, let me just open up this a little bit. It was really dark. So this is like a shape that comes to me really often, you know, and I just use it to do a lot of different sort of stuff, you know, just to finish up something. If I ever painted realistic smoke, I guess not. I guess not. No. Actually, it's the complete opposite, you know. Like the table I did, it I did it that way because that's the kind of a shape that comes to me like instantly, you know. That was like the opposite. Like let's say the inspiration, let's say for that table just came because this is like this type of shape. It's like second nature to me right now, honestly. So, guys, any suggestion on color for this mug? I haven't done it yet. Oops. Well, Rue, it, that's a little bit, that fear is a little bit strange because you are living with a really crazy country neighbor. So yeah. Right. Mm-mm. Oh yeah. No, not like this. It's here. Just stay. That's my favorite color here. So that's that's not yet done. It's, well, I guess it's the beginning of something here, but not yet done. I still need to see how I would add up more stuff to here, but yeah. Oops. So, guys, I guess I will be going because I still have to eat something. And I really appreciate all you guys coming in here. I really appreciate it. Really happy. And oh, sorry. Yeah, Rohit, the thing is, this is not yet complete, you know? Not even the colors. Well, it's a base, let's say, okay? It's just a base for something. But yeah, so I'll have to be gone now. Have to eat something to get to school. And yeah. So thank you very much, guys, for getting here. I'm sorry to interrupt here, but yeah. Ciao. Yeah, I did. In what channel? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. You posted on a community tab? Okay, it's here, yeah. Alright. Nice. You'll be going for a really long... Yeah, but it's looking very good. Congrats. It's looking great. Congratulations, Rohit. Yeah, I just figured. Very good. Very nice indeed. You guys can check that to give some love there. Yeah. Very nice. Great. That's really cool. It has to start somewhere, you know? It really has to start somewhere. But yeah, that's really cool. Actually, I am doing a trip on summer with my family, of course. I'm going on the route here in Portugal. It's like a circular route across like the north of the country. I'm sleepy. And what did you? Yeah, but definitely I would go on live, whatever, like outside, just to sketch. I'll do that. For sure. So guys, thank you very much. I'll leave now, and I'll be back Friday, right? Yeah, for 4.5 or 5 hours is way too long. That's for sure. But yeah, so see you Friday, right? Tomorrow I'll be posting a short, whatever. And yeah, Friday another live stream. Okay? It will be a different one. I don't know yet what I will be doing, but well, it will be different. Bye bye, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Ciao.